Hi there, welcome to No Nonsense Whiskey. My name is Vin PF. On today's episode we've got another Whisky In, Whisky Out for you. This time we're going to be covering the month of July. Bit of a light month this month, but we'll get into that as we go through. As always, we do the Whisky In first and the Whisky Out afterwards, so if you're only interested in one or the others of that, make sure you check out the chapters below and you'll be able to skip ahead or, you know, whatever. But yeah, we've only got 2 Whisky Ins this month, so let's get straight into it and we'll see what we've got. First up then, you would have seen this if you watched the channel. I've just covered this. I literally only got it in about a week ago. This is the Indri single malt Indian whiskey. Really quite lovely. Go and check out my review of that because I only just got it, but I had to bump it up to the top of my list because it's brand new into the UK at least. Anyway, it's been out in India for a little while, but it's only just come out. So go and check my review of it out. If it sounds like something for you, jump on it as soon as you can because I'm pretty sure this is going to sell out pretty quickly. But it's £40 in the UK. I think it'll be available in the US as well. But in my opinion, go and get it. Next up then, we've got something a little bit special. This is a Loch Lomond 10-year-old. But as you can see here, this is Roy Aquavita's first inaugural bottling. Obviously had to pick this one up. He's been a big supporter of mine over the years and I his. So when I first heard about this, I had to do it. Although I'm probably going to be a little while reviewing it. But I have opened mine already. As you can see, I've opened mine and I'm going to reach behind and get my Aquavita glass and we'll pour a little sample. I don't do this on Whisky In, Whisky Out often enough, but I'm going to pour a sample of this out now, have a wee taste while I'm doing my Whisky Out. Pop that back in there. We don't need to edit on these kind of videos, do we? We'll put that down there. Okay. I'm not going to let that air out, but yeah. So I'll say massive congratulations to Roy because it's bloody hard work putting out your own whiskey, as I can attest. So fair play to him and well done to everyone who bagged a bottle. Oh, it's good. It's good. Right, let's get on to Whisky Out then. Funnily enough, 1 Loch Lomond in, 1 Loch Lomond out. This is the single grain peated, which you can get in Morrison's. If you're in the UK, you can get in Morrison's for about £18 sometimes. But it's at full price, it's a bargain. As always though, you know what I'm going to say. Opaque bottles, get in the sea, really hate that. When I came to kill this, I poured out the tiniest little dram. It must have been 10ml. And I genuinely didn't know that it was that low. And I'm annoyed about it. But it's the stupid opaque bottles that do that. Get rid of them. They look nice, yes. They look nice. We all love it. Don't want it. Next up then, we have the Whiskey Works, the King of Trees, 10-year-old. Part finished in native Scottish oak casks. Now, again, go and check my review out of this because I'll go into that with a bit more detail, but the overarching thing is that if you didn't already know, the reason, well, it's twofold. There's 2 reasons why we use American oak. One, because the barrels are so cheap, because in America, to make it bourbon, they have to be virgin oak, they say, new oak, whatever, and they can't use those barrels again unless they call it like American whiskey or whatever. So they sell them over to the world for quite cheap, really, for what they are. I think, you know, a couple of years ago it used to be £250 a cask, so maybe it's a bit more now with you know, inflations and whatnot. In any case, the second reason is that Scottish oak, because of the climate here, it tends to be quite knotted, so you can't get a good, or very difficult at least, to get a good stretch of the wood without a knot in it to be able to make the staves or the sides of the cask. That's the main reason why it's quite expensive. But anyway, that was a 200-year-old oak tree that fell down on its own, and they made a cask out of it, and they aged it in that, and it was bloody lovely. Really was nice. Shame to kill it, really, but it's gone. Finally, then, 2 together. I guess this counts as bottle kills, but these are 2 little wee Cotswolds here. This was part of their test batch number 2. So these were bottled in 2016, and I felt like they'd been sat on my shelf for too long, and I wasn't doing anything with them. So these were their, before they released any whiskey, they had an ex-bourbon 20 months and an ex-red wine 20 months. As I said, 2016, from their 46th and their 58th cask, 62.4, 62.9% respectively. So yeah, I just went for it and I finished them over a few weeks. Quite strong whiskey, but really, really lovely stuff. There you go, that's my Whisky In, Whisky Out for this month. Not a heavy month by any stretch. I've been kind of busy, I guess. I was off the whiskey for a little bit when I did my kind of hiatus almost, but I'm back now, so hopefully I'll kill a few more bottles and buy a few more bottles, as we always do. But again, I'll say cheers to my pal Roy. He's on summer break at the moment, so hopefully he's enjoying himself while this whiskey has been enjoyed by all of us. And of course, as I always say, open your bottles. I mean, I'm sure a few of these are going to find their way onto auction, but enjoy your whiskey. Enjoy my whiskey, enjoy Roy's whiskey, enjoy whatever whiskey you buy. Fair enough if you're into investment whiskies and that, but stuff like this, if a whiskey tuber is releasing whiskey, it's because we want you to drink it, we want you to enjoy it. And I'll say no more than that, and I'll just say cheers to Roy and cheers to you all. Sláinte.